Okay, so this is the end of checkpoint 4 and the start of checkpoint 5. Today we will be working on the lower leg the entire time. We are going to start with the tibialis anterior. So we are going to mark the origin, which is the lateral tibial condyle and the lateral proximal tibial shaft. Okay, so that is going to be in this area in here. Okay, not where the pink ended up. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are also going to mark the insertion, which is the proximal first metatarsal and first cuneiform. So that is going to be down in this region here. To start, you will need a terracotta ball about the size of a regular M&M. Okay, so a regular M&M size terracotta ball. And we're going to taper this, or basically make a long tube with one end tapered. These muscles are going to be a little bit smaller simply because there's a lot of muscles in the lower leg here. Okay? So we want to make sure that our tube, okay, reaches from the origin here down to about the last 2/3 or 3/4 of the way down the tibia. So mine is a little bit short. We want to be a little bit further here. So I'm going to roll it out a little bit more. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Now, we are going to make a mark at the top of the tube here so that we can cut it along our tendon. Okay. So I made a little mark and flip it over so you can see that. Now I'm going to finish cutting it off. Trim the end off a little bit so it's a little bit fatter. There we go. Okay. So now my muscle is going to be along the lines of that there. Now we are going to use a white piece of clay, again about the size of a regular M&M. Okay? And we are going to roll this out to a thick strand for the tendon. This strand will go from the end of our tibialis anterior and go down to our insertion. Okay? Again, not super long. Not a super long tendon here. So if I was to lay this out here, I'd have it run down and around to there. Okay. And now I will go ahead and trim this tendon where I want it to end. Okay. And I'm going to mold it so it looks like it wraps around down to the bottom of the foot. Now that I have my tendon, I'm going to meld the muscle and the tendon together a little bit, push them together and blend them. Okay. And then I will striate my muscles. So I'm going to make long scratch marks down the muscle here. And that is my tibialis anterior.